And welcome back, guys. Both all the stuff would be on YouTube, but this would have been separate. Champions League halftime separate to the regular pod. So if you're here on the pod, you'll be hearing this on Monday. If you're here on YouTube, this would have be out on Tuesday, separate from the main pod, which was uploaded on YouTube Monday. Love you guys, same way. Subscribe, send to somebody. So we're doing Champions League halftime. We're gonna go through all the groups, discuss how it's been so far, predict a little bit, project a little bit, make some guesses, gambles as is how we can see it ending, and probably ask some, important questions. At the end of all of that, I have some trivia here for these guys so that you can stick around as I question these guys as to how well they've been paying attention thus far. So I'm gonna just introduce them again. So we have Salik, because you might be coming back here separately. So Salik, you good?
Hello, everyone.
And then we have Virgil. Virgil, you good?
Yeah, right there. I good.
Cool, nice. First Champions League group: Bayern, Galatasaray, Man United, Copenhagen. In that order, and you have 9 points, 4 points, 3 points, 1 point. So Galatasaray actually have been given a pretty good account of themselves.
Mm.
They came back from behind against Copenhagen on the opening day. They went to Man United and won. And even the Bayern game that they lost, they were dominating them in that first half. And Bayern
Yeah.
quality just told in the end. However, United got a win on the last match day against Copenhagen via a Harry Maguire goal and a last minute Onana penalty save. But Bayern have been steady right on top of this group. How are we feeling? Who do we take top? Could we say the twists and thirds? Where we see this going? Virgil, you go first.
Well, top for sure is going to be Bayern Munich, and I feel like obviously if it was, look, if the fixtures would align differently, the whole Galatasaray and United thing would still be a toss up. But I believe the next I believe Galatasaray next game is Bayern Munich, so
Yes, correct.
looking at that, both teams, both United and Galatasaray, they're looking at Bayern Munich like, okay, well, it's going to be very difficult for us to get the 3 points. If we manage a point, that would be ideal for us. But the only thing I feel that will switch and will make a very interesting tie because I'm not too sure when they'll be playing. I believe it'll be fifth match when United and Galatasaray play.
Yep.
But Galatasaray is going to look at that game and they are going to be rubbing their hands because they know that even if they don't overcome Bayern, they just need to overcome United. And if they just manage to get that done, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's decided. It'll be Bayern, Galatasaray, and United will be either Europa League or completely knocked out. Because Copenhagen, for a fact, on the last game the last game for the group for Galatasaray against Copenhagen, that's ideal for them. United last game would be definitely be Bayern Munich, so that would be difficult from a United standpoint. So honestly, yeah, I have to lean towards Galatasaray. I feel going to be buying Galatasaray United. United will still manage to be in Europe and try to find some way to find some way to be there. So that's how
Cool.
I feel going to be.
Salik, anything different?
No, I don't have anything different. I just wanna reiterate the point that Virgil made that the Galatasaray United game will decide who goes through.
Yep.
Hmm.
I
Yep.
think that game is because even like United, this is how I put it. If United don't beat Galatasaray, is no longer in their hands
Yeah, for sure.
because I think Galatasaray could beat Copenhagen and that is what could get them through. And also, United have to go to Turkey, and that stadium is one of the
Hmm.
cauldrons of
Mm-hmm.
football. You don't ever want to go there and play. So it it for me, Galatasaray have the easier path,
Mm-hmm.
but I not counting out United just yet because they have this might be their only thing to play for this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think that's valid. But I would say everything's set up for Galatasaray to go through. It's up to United to upset the apple cart. Because
mhm.
the
Yeah.
issue is that United has to not just go to Turkey, they also have to go to Denmark. And I don't think Copenhagen just gonna lie over for them because neither of Bayern or Galatasaray games against Copenhagen have been easy. United game against Copenhagen wasn't easy when they were at home. I
Exactly.
don't
Yeah.
expect their away trip to be just a given. And let me say there's a scenario where United just draw that game. that they, even if Bayern win, well, we expect them to win against Galatasaray and secure the top spot. We look at two teams on 4 points. United are behind on head to head to Galatasaray. They're gonna go to Turkey where they need to get something in it. No matter what happens, they need to get something. And so a lot of odds stacked up against United. Right now, unfortunately, I don't feel comfortable betting on them. I would say it's still a Galatasaray. It is Galatasaray to go through, but it is United hands if they could offset the apple cart. Cool. Moving on.
Mhm.
Arsenal, Lens, Sevilla, PSV. Can't lie, this is not exactly how I saw this group going through. Well, actually, yeah, maybe kind of similar because I had Arsenal first and I had Sevilla too. I just thought PSV would have been second and thought Lens would
Yeah.
have been last. But
Ooh.
but I thought Lens had given a pretty good account of themselves. And they were well valued for their win against us. And they drew their other two games. So they actually have gone through this group undefeated. Arsenal, I think that we were really good on the opening day. I thought that we were not up to West Lens were willing to take the game on their way tie and obviously lose a Saka in that game and not having Martinelli didn't help. But I thought honestly the Sevilla game was one of my favorite games so far this season. Like the quality, the fight, the performance was really good and something that I think will leave us in good stead going forward. PSV, ironically, I'm not ready to count out PSV out of this group. Um, but they need a win. They really need a win. And if they can somehow manage to craft a win against Lens, then we're looking at a stage where they are both on 5 points and they face off against Seville in the fifth game. However, where I stand right now, I would say I think Arsenal will go to top, and I don't actually think I see the group changing. I think Lens will come out second, Sevilla third, and PSG fourth. So, Salik, I'll let you go first this time. Thoughts on anything to change, anything different?
God damn it! I wish you didn't go with me first, guys. One said the same thing you say. Um, I think Arsenal will finish first. I think that is I think it'd be awful if Arsenal don't finish first, to be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah. Especially
because
because we have
that
two
would
home
not.
games in a row too. Like
Yeah,
now,
like that is not ideal at all. So
yeah,
I hope, and this is the hope that I have for Arsenal. I hope Arteta doesn't do what he did in the Europa League last year, and he's like, oh well, I could take this game off and I could rotate the team, and you end up dropping two
yeah,
points, and
yeah.
it makes it more difficult coming down to the end. So I fully expect Arsenal to get out first, and I do think Lens will get out as well. Um, and Sevilla going to the Europa League. I mean, what is more standard than that?
Heritage,
Come
Yeah,
on.
heritage.
heritage, man. Yeah.
Virgil, anything?
Yeah, well, I agree with that how the stand is going to be. The only thing is, obviously, I feel like, as we saying, I feel like I'm disappointed in how Sevilla looking, but then at the same time,
I can't lie,
is
I
it
actually real
really?
disappointed with how PSV have been, boy.
Oh,
I
yeah, no,
expect
yeah,
a
for
lot
real.
more from
Hmm.
them.
I meant sleeping on Lens
But
way.
no, no, no. I wanted to give credit to Lens for the fact that they lost some
Yeah,
key players last year. You know, Fafana went off to Saudi, Openda went to um the Leipzig,
Leipzig.
I'd
and they
say, yeah.
still are managed to be extremely competitive in this group. And
Hmm.
Wahi, honestly, bro, he might he might have something to him now. That brother goal against us was real good, and he scored
Yeah,
also
boy.
against PSV in Holland. But yeah, Virgil, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, but so I was saying, yeah. So I feel like, obviously, I feel like right now, disappointed how Sevilla looking, but I mean, at the end of the day, is it really the performance or is it just a tactic? I feel it might be a Sevilla tactic just to, get back to where they're accustomed to be. So
Cool. Nice. Nice. Moving on. Real Madrid, Napoli, Braga, Union Berlin in that order. Um, Napoli are first with 9 points. Shocker. Napoli are. What I said Real Madrid. I meant to say Real Madrid was first. Not
yeah,
Oh, I was confused
yeah,
way.
Napoli second
confused.
with six. Braga in third with three. And Union Berlin in fourth. Are we disappointed in Union Berlin so far? They had a really good performance against Real Madrid. And obviously, duh, Jude Bellingham scored late in the game to
Yeah,
take away the points. But they had a game against Napoli in this week on here. Bonucci was extraordinarily upset about not starting that game. And they now sit in a position where they are bottom of the group. Thoughts? Virgil, go first.
yeah. I feel like for that is. not really anything that too shocking to see how that group going, honestly. But can I say is Napoli? 'Cause Napoli on 6 points, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like that. I feel like looking at Union Berlin, yeah, Union Berlin looking for how things were for them, and the whole story with them. Obviously, you'll be disappointed, but I feel like any Champions League, those things don't fly sometimes, and I feel like with the opposition that come up against Madrid, Napoli, that's all people really focusing on. Nobody really going to really focus on Braga, or even if Union push and manage that to, I feel like it really stand out. Everybody really focuses first and second in that group, and I really feel it's going to stay exactly like that. I mean the entire group is going to stay like that.
Nice. Salik.
Yeah, I totally agree with Virgil, and I also believe that if I think if Napoli beat Braga and Real beat Berlin, I think the group can only stay that way unless Real beat Napoli.
Mm,
So you're looking at Real and Napoli coming out for sure. I
yeah.
would put my money on Real finishing first, but I don't. Where did they play the first game, boy? Did they
It
play it in
was
Napoli?
in Napoli. Yeah.
Okay, right now, well then definitely Real coming. Real will come out first for sure.
Mhm.
I don't think this. I think this is probably the easiest group we might have to talk about. To be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Nice. Keeping it moving on. Next up, we have. Oh yeah, I didn't have anything to change to that. I thought Braga actually has been doing well to give a good account of this. Next up, we have
Mhm.
Real Sociedad, Inter, RB Leipzig, and Benfica. And Real Sociedad are top of this group with 7 points, and they have been doing really well in this group.
Yeah.
Um, Virgil, your boy David Silva used to come here. Did he retire?
Mhm.
Probably should.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
Right
yeah,
already.
yeah, that's good. Um, but they
Nah,
top
yeah,
of this
that's why
group.
the player could retire, but obviously, the mentality will obviously stay, and that's what a
So what you're saying is
a
that
top quality
if
magician
they
pass through.
reach the Champions League final, they'll lose. Oh, okay, no problem.
How you just kind of disrespect this legend like that? Anyway, for this group, when you look at it, you will it have two things to look at it. Have obviously you give a lot of credit to Real Sociedad, but then when you look at Benfica, you're like, oh wait, I really was not expecting you all to be. Do they even
Hmm.
have any points? No, Benfica
No.
have not no points. So that you're looking at that, obviously, you felt like it would be. You really felt like the hype was definitely around the fact that this top team from Portugal are going against top team from Italy, going against top team from Spain. You really feel that relates. So I feel like it really disappointed where Benfica is, and I really expected more. Like I really want to see more. I really want to see them progress.
Hmm.
But honestly, looking at that, I don't even know to the expense of who, because Inter top playing good football, and Real Sociedad playing probably the best football in that group. I still honestly I have no idea. I still don't know who went to finish first between Inter and Sociedad. All I know is whoever finished first deserve it, and it's going to be entertaining.
Cool. Nice. Salik, anything?
Nothing different. I think both teams will call it. Both Sociedad and Inter will secure qualification in the next round. But I can't tell you who will finish first though. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
have a strange feeling Inter will beat Sociedad though, and I
Mhm.
think they will come out first in the group.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Feel the same way. Next up is one of my favorite groups on it is Feyenoord
Oh, the
because
group of life, bro. The group of
yeah,
life.
like
Yeah,
Feyenoord
boy.
have been phenomenal. Like they have so many players there that I did watch their game against Lazio in the midweek and they were great, bro. Like Sergio Jimenez has been taken the world by storm. He has the most goals of any player in the top 7 leagues when they combine the UCL and league goals, bro. He has been insane of a player. They currently top of the group with 6 points. Atletico Madrid after a real fight against Celtic in the midweek. They are on
Mhm.
5 now. Lazio on 4 and Celtic on 1 point. How do you guys, Salik Lamalego first this time, right? How do you see this group panning out? Do you see any big
So
changes? Oh,
so I think this group going on to the last game week. I
yeah,
truly
I
believe
see
that.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody will be secured of anything until the final game week, until the last game plays. So everybody gonna be playing for something on the final day.
Hmm.
Even Celtic, I think Celtic will have something to play for in the end too. So I will. You know what, boy? I will go. I will go with something out of the blue here, and I think Feyenoord will finish first. I
Hmm.
think Atletico will be second. And I think Atletico being second is not something that the rest of the teams want to see.
Exactly.
Same. Yeah,
Because
I agree.
Mm.
that's cause if Atletico comes second and everything finishes the way we think it will, they could only play City, PSG,
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Arsenal, and Bayern, which is not a
Yeah.
good fixture for any of those teams.
Hey,
So
I would love a Bayern versus Atletico in a dog. That would be a great
I would
game.
love for Arsenal versus
But
Atletico to
shut
be
up,
honest.
dog. No,
I,
no,
boy,
no, no.
that's a
I don't
wicked
want
boy.
that. I don't want that. Okay, Virgil, anything different? Thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with what Brandon said. It go down to the last day because for me, I have a bias towards Lazio. I really would like them to progress out the group. So I feel like if anything, if on the last day, this is the type of group where you might see a team like Feyenoord looking so good, or looking so good where they're sitting, and last day heartbreak where they out and or they go to Europa League. And even too, what we mentioned with Celtic, you really can't count them out. So it really is an entertaining group. So but for me, I say Atletico Madrid first. I say not just for what you mentioned. I really don't want Atletico Madrid in second because although I have Atletico Madrid as one of my surprise picks to win the competition, I really feel I don't want to. I really want to avoid them and prolong that for as long as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, I feel like I have a lot of hope for. I have a lot of hope for. Hey, boy, goal boy, who's this? Come on, man like Olivier Giroud must score this header.
If
Quality player.
only
Oh
he
my
could have
god.
do that in the Champions League,
Quality
Virgil.
player. Watch this man. One, I think it's supposed to do that ball. Anyway, but yeah, from this group, see, I want to say Lazio, but from that game, that 3-1 loss to Feyenoord, I really feel like I could only see Feyenoord and Lazio pushing out. I feel like Lazio will add the entertainment. Don't get me wrong, they will add the entertainment, but I really hoping, Lazio could do a could add something.
I'll be real. I actually quite like Lazio just because Sarri is the coach, and I've always
Mm,
really liked Sarri. But I actually gonna go for a little bit more hot take-ish here, and I gonna have Lazio finishing last, and I gonna have Celtic finishing third,
mm.
and
I
I
think
gonna have
that's
Celtic
realistic.
winning their next game against Lazio, because I believe it
Hmm.
is in Scotland, and when they win that game, that's I know last they're not playing them any head to head. I mean, when they do play them next, it is in Scotland, and I think that game is enough to put them on the 4 points at the head to head, so that they could finish on top of them in the group. So that
They're
can
not
actually,
playing in Scotland, yeah, by the way.
oh, okay, well, that actually changes a lot to the hmm.
Hmm.
Whatever. I back it still. Let me go for it. Yeah.
Uh,
Celtic, like, come on, come on, third in the group. Yeah, fade on. Like, bro, the list
oh,
of players that are good, it is undying, and I think it will come down to their game against Atletico to see who comes out first in that group. Um, which will be great actually, though. Like, the work that has been done at Feyenoord over the last year has been fantastic, and they've lost some key players as well. Like this Turkish midfielder who went Benfica, I think it was.
Oh my god, what's his name,
Koku,
dog?
Kochku.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, well done to them. Cool. Moving on now. Next group we have is nah, we'll leave that for last. Next up we
yeah.
have City Leipzig, Young Boys, and Red Star Belgrade. Hey, Red Star started the group pretty good actually. That make people think like they was about to do something. However, as we expected, it kind of comes down to both Man City and Leipzig. Um, can I say this though? I don't think City has made light work of this group, despite what the
Very true.
points say. Like every game felt cagey and edgy, and I, I don't have any concerns about them. They will come out, they'll come out of the group, stuff like that. But I, I feel like there could be a scenario where, like, if Leipzig could by some miracle beat them and come and top that group, then we could be looking at City versus some very intense clubs when it comes to the
Yeah.
draw. But look, I'm not seeing any faults with City or anything. It's not that. I just don't think that. I don't know if it is a burnout issue. I don't know if it is a hangover issue, whatever it is. But I don't think, like, at this point, we feel like we just see a City 5-0 in the Champions League. And we haven't
Mhm.
seen that from them. So, yeah. Virgil, thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like honestly the group to me it is I feel like going to stay like that because I feel like our last game in the group is Leipzig. And I feel like that might be a little too late for Leipzig, honestly. I feel like we might definitely like secure obviously qualification, well that's secure well and then after secure the top spot. And I feel like coming down to that last game, I feel like it might be a little too much for Leipzig to push for that and try and steal that first place spot. Because don't get me wrong, I feel like young boys will be looking at they know for a fact with City it's gonna be difficult, but depending how that next game go, because I believe young boys playing like no young boys not playing no young boy playing
Red
City,
Star
City
playing. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we City.
Red
Yeah, playing
Star
City
had to
next.
play
So obviously,
Arsenal.
they definitely iron up that Red Star game, that Red Star game last, but they'll definitely want to push and get something off Leipzig. But when you have a player like Javi Simmons, yeah, and all that quality around here, you can't count them out. So, but to me, I feel like the standard will stay just like that.
Cool. Nice. Solid.
Yeah, I agree. I think we'll stay the
Cool.
same way. The only thing I think that will be the best part of this group is I think Red Star will qualify for the Europa. I
Nice.
guess yeah, that's the only
Former
different
Champions League
the only
winner.
difference. Yeah, same amount as City, to be honest. So yeah, and but I want to talk about what you said about the City thing, John. Um, this is a very common symptom of teams that win the Champions League the year before, and
I
when you
win.
come into the season, the next season, well, I mean, when you come into the season, the next season, you're always playing with a target on your back. Teams know that you are the champions, and they will play their best football against you
Mm.
So,
because they know you are the best. And this is a common thing. It happens all the time, and you see it every year. So I'm not surprised that City have found it not as easy as they usually do
hmm
in this group, but I don't see them qualifying anything other than first at this point.
Cool. Same. Yeah. Next up we have Barca, Porto, Shakhtar, Antwerp. I'll be honest, I have nothing changing. Barca still feels very underwhelming to me. And I am not going to say this in a way that sounds disrespectful in the scenario where we ever draw Barca and for some reason we do the most awesome thing ever and lose. But I do think that there would be teams that come second and would want to face Barca. You know, like
yeah.
I don't think that they will fear them. Like how you fear the name, you fear the badge, you fear what they stand for, but not the team. And it depends on who you even going to play. Like I know there's a lot of there's Yamal, there's Firmino, there's these players that are coming through that are really exciting. But nobody's even know if Pedri's be fit and playing football anymore. You know, there's a dependency on some really inconsistent players and players that are square pegs and round holes. We went through that in part one already. Not gonna go through it again. But I don't say they changed in the group. Do you all have anything different, or we could go to the group for that?
Mhm.
Shakhtar to get out the group, bro.
Serious or Porto?
I actually do hope for that same as well. Like I really would like
Yeah,
Shakhtar to get the
I
group.
don't know, boy. Porto are not feeling
Yeah, they're not feeling yeah.
very secure for me. That's how I'll put it.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
cause that, cause,
I wouldn't bet
yeah,
on it.
the
yeah,
irony.
because the,
Braga
yeah,
third in their group, and I think that they are the
yeah,
Portuguese team that give the best account of Portugal in the Champions League
yeah.
season.
So,
Mhm.
so yeah, but the only thing I want to add, because obviously, like as I mentioned, as what John mentioned, and say obviously, not Barca, just not really looking all that. That just the entire group is like Barca not looking all that, but everybody else looking disappointed as well. So it just helping Barcelona case.
Hmm.
But honestly,
Yeah.
honestly, as I say, it really feels like it would just stay like that. I would like Shakhtar to go through it. I feel like it will stay like that. But when you look at other teams like Leipzig, you're looking at Galatasaray, let's say other teams that finish second, Dortmund, let's say anyone from that crazy group, everybody looking at Barcelona and saying, yeah, I feel like any of them could look at Barcelona and destroy Barcelona.
Cool. Salik, anything?
Oh no, I just think Shakhtar will get out of the group, bro. I've not been very impressed by what I've seen from Porto this season. I think they're very inconsistent,
Hmm.
and I if I'm not mistaken, their next game is Antwerp.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm.
mean that might
Yeah,
be the only reason that they qualify.
yeah.
But at the same time, I could still see Shakhtar, and I can say this very
This
quietly.
man really
Shakhtar,
score again, why?
Come
who's
on,
that boy?
Giroud score again.
Hey, well, you never know.
come
I'm gonna say
on.
this. I'm gonna say this a little quietly. I think Shakhtar could beat Barca. So
Well,
yeah,
yes, for sure.
Nice. Okay, group at that time now. Milan are now currently 2-0 up against Napoli, but guess what, guys? They have 0 goals in the Champions League, and
Yeah,
this time they're set up.
The most Milan thing
yeah,
ever.
boy.
God, boy, hate this club.
So PSG are first with 2 wins, 1 loss. I feel like it's actually really important to see these guys' records. Dortmund
Yeah,
are
yeah,
in second with 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. However, their 1 win is against the third place team, which
Newcastle.
is Newcastle. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. But head to head has them above, even though their goal difference is more. That's something to really keep in mind, guys. And then we have Milan, who are last with 2 draws and a win. However, the points are
nah,
6-4-4-2.
two draws and a loss.
Sorry, 2 draws and a loss, right? The points are 6-4-4-2. There's a very real scenario where anybody here can finish last. Anybody can finish first.
Yeah,
And I am super intrigued to see how much their 4 goes. Because if the
yeah, boy.
unexpected happens and Newcastle goes there, don't get a result, Milan hosts PSG in the San Siro and gets a result, then we're looking at one of the stickiest endings of a group stage we may ever see. So, guys, what's up? What's the thoughts? How are we feeling? I think Newcastle have done well to give a really good account of themselves in Europe. I
Yeah,
think that they will be kicking themselves as to how the Dortmund game in particular went. Um, I think that they were lucky to come out of AC Milan with a point. And then on AC, I think AC would be feeling really terrible how this campaign has gone. And I started to look at the attackers as to when all you're going to stand up and give us more. Rafael Leao, who has 175 million release clause, has 2 goals in his entirety of his Champions League. And this is his third year in the competition, I believe. And then we have PSG, who look like they were lost at at Newcastle, sorry, but they did really well to regain some faith in the general public in the PSG versus AC Milan game. They obviously won against Dortmund in the early game, and then Dortmund did the unthinkable and went to not at St James's Park is this renowned stadium across Europe. But obviously, us as English fans know that now because of Newcastle are going to St James's Park and leaving with a win is something that is not very easy to do. And Newcastle, sorry, Dortmund did exactly that. I am very, I am very confused as to how to determine how this group gonna finish. But there's a very strong part of me that feels like that it could remain as it is, which would be like one of the biggest upsets that given I think everybody had Dortmund coming out last in this group. And there's a
hmm
very real scenario they could come out in the Champions League. So yeah, uh, Virgil, you was one of us who have a dog in your race. So why don't tell us how you feel about this group?
yeah. The main thing I want to highlight is the next match day four. From everything I saw from from the board games, honestly, I would definitely be saying I am not that confident that Milan could push on upset that PSG, push upset PSG from because the players that they have, players that they have. I feel like if it's anything, it could be a draw, it could be something, but I cannot see Milan pushing and taking all 3 points. But one thing I could say from that Dortmund Newcastle game, I really feel Newcastle could go to Dortmund and secure 3 points, honestly, because yeah, from everything, I feel like Newcastle have that fight in them, and I feel like they could really go and they could actually get something in that next game against Dortmund. But at the end of everything, I just say that this is a group that could go any way, but for some reason I really feel it might just be PSG and Newcastle to leave that group, I feel with PSG, Newcastle, and it comes down to Dortmund and Milan. Both teams disappoint with disappointing performances. I feel both of them will end up trying to push for that Europa League spot.
Mm, mm. Sorry, thoughts? It hard, eh?
This is this
It
is
hard.
It,
this is.
it,
I'm gonna lie to you, boy. I have seen many groups in the Champions League over the years, and this is definitely one of the toughest ones I have had to look at. I remember another one with Arsenal, Napoli, and I can't remember who the other
It
teams
was
were,
Marseille,
but that was probably
Dortmund.
it was like that was a few years ago though. It
Yeah,
was
that
it
was
was
real
it was
long. That was real long.
Arsenal, Napoli, and a few others, and that was a real hard group to
Actually,
call.
three
But
of
this is one
those
thing.
teams in that group finished on 12. Yeah, three teams finished
Yeah,
on
I think
12.
that's the highest points tally that never went through in a
yeah,
group. I think that's the statistic from that group. But I'll tell you what I think gonna happen. I think Milan will beat PSG
I'm hoping.
and Dortmund and Newcastle will draw in the next fixture. So it will be PSG on 6, Dortmund on 5, Newcastle on 5, and Milan on 5. And then that's where it all will kick off. So this might be real hot,
Bro, you say that?
but
I was watching the group just now and thinking, bro, if this could end up 6-5-5-5,
yeah, that's exactly what I think will happen.
insane,
Uh,
insane
Yeah,
scenarios,
boy.
dog.
yeah. So this might be real hot. I don't know how hot it will be, but I'll go in for it anyway. Newcastle to finish first, PSG to finish second. And I'll go with Dortmund to finish third.
Well, you know what? Why I go in and stick on my neck a little bit and say something ridiculous that these men somehow find themselves. And I gonna have PSG first, AC Milan second, Newcastle third, and Dortmund fourth.
Hmm.
But you don't blush though.
No,
You real like Leo boy. I go right
nah.
here, dog. You real like
Nah,
Leo,
I
dog.
don't. But is well, no, I do. But is more that I can't. I do have a soft spot for AC Milan. I always have. But I have actually some confidence in them and turning up enough to get something. So,
I think it'll just be for the PSG game, boy.
so
I
you know,
can't see it for more than
probably.
one
But
game.
I
No,
can see
no,
that PSG game inspired enough though. That
that's
PSG game
true.
just me. They just need two draws after that. And they come on the group in.
No, but what I'm thinking of.
There's a reason that never win one game, draw four, and come on this group.
No, that's the crazy thing about this group. You could win that, draw those two, and still come on. But I think there's in my head a scenario of Milan fourth, PSG to Dortmund second, Newcastle first.
That's Patrick.
Cause now I'm thinking of I thinking
Oracle
about
prediction, eh?
Patrick. I was thinking about Patrick, and I was like, but what Patrick see was real entertaining. You know, I rethinking
Yeah, no, it is. It is. It
because
is.
I
It
feel like
is.
if I feel like. Can I say, I feel like if that's to ever happen, the sacrifice will have to be Milan fourth. Because I cannot see Milan above PSG and that happening. But I feel like it'll be some crazy thing will be Dortmund and Newcastle, both of them
No,
qualify.
but I see the thing is too, right? Like this, like we no longer working with goal difference, right? So this is
Yeah.
a scenario where head to head is most important, right? So
Hmm.
you could have a scenario where every one of these teams have a good record against each other, and
Yeah.
that is
Should I
the only
say
thing that will
again though?
separate them,
AC Milan have the best standing out of everybody to come out on head to head. Yeah, they can't beat PSG, right? PSG don't win 3 0. That gone. But two draws, one in Dortmund, and obviously one in
Yeah.
at home, but one in Dortmund and two draws.
hmm
They in a good enough place that they could then
Yeah.
now take some men on head to head. They
It's
just
true.
now need to win, which obviously is a given, right? But they are best pleased to do that then, you know?
Yeah, but Milan have two home games in a row, so
Yeah.
they in
That's
a
what
good
I'm
position to
saying.
do that.
That's true, That's
Man,
very
It
true.
just Doug, it real tough boy. Like
it's tough. It is tough.
you're either going to end up with two teams on like a ridiculous number of points that don't go through, or this is going to be like the lowest amount of points that a team ever go through to the next round with. That's what you're looking at right now.
Cool.
The
Okay.
match will be
Good
San
job.
Zero. We got.
I need our last standings from you. And then we go into
Yeah.
something else.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. For that, I see PSG, Newcastle, Milan, Dortmund.
Cool. Nice.
I think we all have a different order for that. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So trivia time, guys. This trivia is brought to you by Kit Pundit. And we have have trivia based on the Champions League so far. So you guys can play along in the comments and let us know what you get. So if you are the first team to field two out, oh yeah, or you're gonna have to just like I don't know if raise your hand because it's like after there's a section where I'm just gonna ask all the questions and only answer, and then after this I have two like this guy's what's a lies thing like who can name more, and so
Okay,
that at the end. So we are the first team to field two outfield players aged 37 plus in a Champions League game in Ramos and Jesus Navas. Since Manchester United versus CFR Cluj in 2012, who can name the two players that they fielded that were ages 37 plus? You know,
And
reason,
they played for United.
yeah, you
maybe
know,
talking about who United feel.
yes, the two players United field on that day that was 37 plus. Like, do something like that now so I could say.
All right. I'm thinking about it
Yeah.
though. Hold on, huh?
Okay, yeah, Salik.
What year you said? Sorry,
2012.
you just said it. Right. Okay.
Well,
Ryan Giggs
well,
and Michael Carrick.
Incorrect. Virgil,
37. I would say.
I will allow
Hmm.
like one rebuttal each after initial wrongness. But yeah. Virgil,
Hmm.
2012.
Yeah. It would definitely be gays. 2012. Schools?
Ah, that is correct. It is Ryan Giggs.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it!
Oh,
I had the right position. You're wrong, man. Oh
well
my
done,
god.
Uzi. Okay. So the long and winning streak away from home in the Champions League group stage is now Bayern Munich on 18. They overtook another team on 17, who was the previous record holder at 17 wins in the group stage away from home.
Hmm.
So Bayern are now the record holder with 18. Who was the previous record holder with 17 for away wins in the group stage?
Just in the group, just at group
Just
stage
the group
level.
stage, yeah.
Um, you can ask hints.
No, have no hints in
Okay.
this.
Okay. Uh,
Salek?
Juventus.
Nope.
hmm.
Oh, I don't know. It's tough.
Madrid.
Nope. Salek, back to you. If nobody
Um.
gets after this one, it's just a no point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Home wins,
Um.
right?
No, away
No, away
wins.
wins. You
Away
said right.
wins.
Away wins. Away wins. Oh, away wins. Then okay.
Um. Look, I'm going to take an obvious guess. I don't know if this is the answer. Barca.
It is Barca. Well done, Salek.
Okay.
1-0. Lovely. Nice. Um, Manchester United has now lost more UCL games at Old Trafford in their last 14 games, which is 7 losses, as they did in their previous. I feel like I phrased this wrong, you know. We scratch that. I phrased that terribly. But the start was for anybody who's wondering. Man United has now lost more games at Old Trafford in the last 40 games, which is 7, as they did in their previous 80 games in the competition, which was 6 and
So what was the question based on that?
I was
Yeah,
going to
you pretty much explained that well, though. What was the question?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask was that how much games that they lost in their last 80. But I feel like after I say 7 and 14, it's kind of easy to assume it'll be 6. So I
Mm.
say it terribly. Anyways, uh Galatasaray are the first Turkish side to win a UCL game away to an English side since blank in 2009. Hint,
Was
both of
2009.
them were away to Man United. What was the name of the Turkish team? in
God, but
2009.
Oh, I think 2009 is it?
Yeah.
2009.
They make it to the final that year, you know. 2009, boy.
Um, what was this?
Dun, 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 dun.
Uh,
Oh, I think I know.
Salik.
Is it Fenerbahce?
Nope.
Oh,
2009, boy.
Yep.
Is it? Is not Istanbul Besiktas?
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
That is correct. It is
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was group. Oh, 2009.
yeah. Besiktas beat them in 2009 at Old Trafford.
Uh,
Nice.
Mhm.
Next up. Antwerp's Belgian wonder kid, Arthur Vermeeren, at 18 years and 239 days old, became the third youngest player to assist two goals in a single Champions League game. Who were the other two? Hint: one player at that time played for Inter Milan, and the other player at that time played for Arsenal.
Wait, that's a
youngest player, boy.
youngest
Yeah,
player
Okay,
to what?
assist two goals in a
assist
single
twice,
Champions League
right?
game.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the first one was
Or
from.
Inter?
It was at Inter at the
Yeah.
time. You
He
say.
was 18 years and 84 days old. And then the youngest player ever to do it is an Arsenal player who was 17 years and 250 days old. Two assists in a single Champions League game. Youngest ever.
Arsenal. The Arsenal one
Jeez.
is what true more for.
Yeah, the Arsenal one tough, but I feel like I have an
True.
obvious answer, but I'm not sure. Um,
I will allow three bites of the cherry for this one, given it's two answers I asked them for.
Is it? Okay, I go in here. I throw in also names. Is it Shamak and Coutinho?
Nah.
I don't know if the Coutinho one is correct or not.
Yeah, only one way to know.
Mm,
Nah, I think Inter was different. Inter was
Inter
different
boy,
around that time
that's
anyway.
tough boy. Yeah, boy, that tough boy.
I remember I used to hate watching that
I'm trying
Inter
to think
side,
about
boy.
who was there for Inter back in the day, boy.
Yeah, but I think about the young player. I just
You
remember.
said one was 18.
One was 18. The
Who
Inter
else?
Milan player was 18 years and 84 days old. And the Arsenal player was 17 years and 250 days old.
Two assists.
Okay, the what? Oh, you said Chamak, right? Okay. Assist boy. Okay. I'm gonna go for Inter. I'm going to go for. Trying to think about who used to strike for Inter back in the day, boy.
And who was mad young.
I've two
Oh, okay. I
guesses.
think I have it.
I've two guesses.
Okay, I think I have it. Inter Milan, Mario Balotelli, and for Arsenal, Jack Wilshere.
Incorrect.
Good shout, you know. But yeah, but
Unfortunately, I can't say if both were wrong. Any
immediately I was thinking Balotelli. But I think for Arsenal, I thinking Walcott.
Oh, that's a real good shout, Virgil. Oh my
wait, if
god.
those two your answer,
Yeah.
that is correct, Vigil. Well done.
Come on, I remember.
Oh
Well
wow.
done.
Because it's already, I don't know why it is
Wow.
something when I was like I say back in the day I just remember a Champions League game. I remember if it's not Coutinho, it had to be Balotelli. I just
Dog. I
remember
so
one of
mad,
them
dog. You know, I
games.
remember that. I remember because Mourinho was coaching them at that time, boy.
Yes, boy.
I was like, had to be somebody young then, dog. But it had to be
Because
him.
Well,
because
Well done,
because
Virgil.
he
Well done,
strike
well done.
force. I understand how he get the assist because he had some good strike. He had a good
Yeah.
strike partner then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's 3-1 to Virgil. Next up, our next question involving an Arsenal player. Only two Arsenal players have scored in each of their first three Champions League games for the club. One is Gabriel Jesus recently. Who was the other player before that?
To score in the first three Champions League
Yeah.
games.
Hint, his country of origin is in Africa.
It's just one player we call right?
Yeah, yeah, one player. One player to score in his first
His
Champions League game
country
before.
of origin is in Africa. I don't know if that's supposed to mean that he changed his nationality
No, 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 no,
or
no. It's
if.
not a trick question like that.
Oh,
No,
oh,
no,
oh,
no,
okay,
no.
all right,
No,
Sorry.
yeah.
okay.
First three Champions League
First
games.
three
Yeah, so
Champions
his
League
first three
games
Champions League
already.
games he scored in each.
Um, oh, yeah,
Were you all in Champions League then? I don't know.
It was
mm-mm.
in Champions League all the way up until 2017. Yeah.
This is where I wish I could ask questions.
Mm-mm. Am I good at? Have I name in
I
my
feel like
head?
this might be this, but I don't know if it is or not. I want to go with it anyway. Is it Aubameyang?
No. Unfortunately, he never actually played Champions League for us.
Alright, that's what I was
Yeah.
worried about. I just want to get out the way.
Virgil.
Uh,
Wait, wait. I just said it's an Arsenal player. We just talk
Yeah,
is
an
an Arsenal
Arsenal
player.
player. It is an yes, yes, yes. It's an Arsenal
Yeah.
player. Someone
Okay.
who scored in the first three games for Arsenal, and he jumped.
Yeah. What boy? The name stuff in my head, boy. Is it Adebayo?
No.
oh, I thought he went. I thought he get there. You know. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Salek, back to you, bro.
Oh, not gonna lie. I feel like we exhaust all the African Arsenal players. Anyway, he is originally from Africa, which okay, that's tough. Um, I it would be kind of weird if it was a player who was set already. Is it Shamak?
It is Marwan
Gee,
Shamak. Well
I forget.
done.
Yeah, I forget that.
3-2 to Salek. Okay, we
Shamrock,
kind of here
yes.
long now. I don't want to go too long
Yeah.
today. So,
Okay.
next up, PSG last 35 UCL home game stages resulted in them being undefeated in 34 of them. One team managed to beat them. Who was that one team?
PSG. Um, repeat the question quick.
PSG are undefeated in 35 of the last 34 of the last 35 Champions League games. Who was the
Yeah.
last team to beat PSG at home?
And this is
Then
not in this only the group stage or in the
Just
total
group stage.
of Champions
Yeah,
League.
just a group stage.
Just group stage. Okay.
I
Salek?
Real Madrid.
No.
just no, definitely not us. Um, no, there was one of them. It's not. It's not. Um, United.
It is Man United. Well done. Under
Yeah.
Solskjaer.
Yeah. No, if I if I had just about to say City, no, I was like, no, Messi scored a goal against us.
That was the
Yeah.
year that United was top of the group, needed
Yeah.
one point from the last two games to come out. And
Oh yeah, boy,
Yeah.
for real. As he Bashaksha here, yeah,
Yeah.
dog. Oh my
I
god,
remember.
for
I
real,
remember seeing that game in
for
urban
real.
grounds.
next up, Celtic have won a point against a team from Europe's top five leagues in Champions League for the first time since a draw in December 2016. Who was that game against?
Okay, well I know they beat Barca in 2012.
It's
So I
2016.
try
Oh
to
wait,
remember who came after that.
hey, you said 2016, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Who won
okay,
in 2016?
I'm going to say I'll say City.
Well done, Virgil. It is Man City. 4
I
2.
get. And guess who?
Ah,
And guess who terrorized us? A man named Patrick Roberts. I remember that. Make Clichy look terrible, boy. God, boy.
Nice. Cool. So, Virgil
four.
has 4 to 2. However, just to make this super spicy, the next two is lies. That is the Sky Sports thing, right? Each
Yeah.
one of these are worth 2 points each. So, um, I am going to tell you all one of them is significantly harder than the other one, only because I couldn't find the time to actually come with a better lie. So we're just gonna roll with the punches. So one
Mhm.
of them is the last time Barca and Porto have faced off in the Champions League was in 2000. How many players between Porto in 2000 and Barca 2000 do you think you can name from the starting 11s? Saleh Kale go first. Give my number. Of Barca 2000.
Jesus Christ.
I also would have a 30-second time to actually name these players.
Yeah, no. I'll go with seven.
Nice, 7.
Ooh,
Virgil, could
7,
you beat
boy.
7 players between Porto and Barca 2000?
Between pot. I sent 30 seconds.
30 seconds to name more than 7. Could you name? If you now, bear in mind, if you lose, he gets the 2 points.
I could do 8.
Ah, okay. Salek, do you raise that 8? Or you call it lies?
I will. I think I could. I think I could. I'll make it fun. I'll do 9.
Salek says he can name 9. Virgil, how do you respond?
Nah, run. Can't do 9.
So you call it lies?
Yeah, calling lies.
Okay, cool. Salek, you now have 30 seconds to name 9 or more players from Porto and Barca starting 11 in 2000. Are you ready?
It's only the starters or any
Just
part
the
of the squad.
starters. Just the starters.
All right, I'll try.
That's
3,
wild, yes.
2, 1, go.
All right, Hilario, Jorge Costa, Puyol, Rivaldo, Zenden, Frank de Boer, Guardiola, um, 2000, Figo,
Mm-hmm. 3
um,
more.
How much more
Patrick
to
Clive, not Clivert's father, whatever his
Yeah,
name
yeah.
is. Uh,
Timer.
how much time I have?
What timer?
Enrique! Oh my god!
He was one actually. I'm surprised that they say
uh,
Paulinho Santos boy, um, for Porto. But that was a good
don't know.
effort though. That was 7 out of 9 though. Well done. I appreciate you taking the plus. Virgil, you win there.
Yeah, but
So we still at the last one. For good measure,
yeah,
right? Newcastle have fielded 10 English players to feature for them the other night, right? The most by
yeah.
a team in the UCL is Blackburn 1995. Don't worry, guys, I'm not gonna ask you all to name the 1995 Blackburn team.
Mm-hmm.
However, how many of these 10 do you think you can name, Virgil?
From Newcastle 10.
Yeah, the English
Um,
the English players who
um,
featured for them on the night in the Champions League against Dortmund.
You mean against PSG?
Against Dortmund, they played 10
Oh,
English.
against Dortmund,
Yeah,
right.
Virgil, how
can
much
name
of that 10
5.
you can name? 5. Salad, could you raise him?
I'll go with 6.
We have 6,
Oh
Virgil.
God, my Jesus Christ. Um, yeah, 7.
7, Salek.
Thinking, boy. Let me make it fun though. I'll go with 8.
8.
9.
9. Oh my goodness. Sally, can you name all 10?
I'll let him go. I'll let him go. I don't think I had the 10. I'll
Virgil,
let him see if he can get 9.
you have 30 seconds to name 9 of the 10 English players that played the other night for Newcastle against Dortmund. Are you ready?
All right.
In
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Wilson,
Yeah?
Gordon, Poop, Longstaff, um, Barnes,
No,
um,
sorry, not Bond. Sorry.
Burn, Trippier, um, whew, Livramento,
No.
um,
Time.
Willock.
Willock. Yeah.
Oh, wow. You almost getting a bridge.
Okay, in my head, I don't know why they
What was
just
it?
I don't know why they just jumped the Willock first. I don't know
What was
why I stopped. I think
what
about
was
the
the other two? Jacob Murphy and
And,
who was the last one? Anderson?
and Jamal Las.
Oh, Lascelles! You didn't say
Lascelles. I
Lascelles!
forget. I indeed
Bruh.
I forget he was there because thing out, but man out. I forget about
Look,
Lascelles.
I literally had about 7 because I could have named the starting 11
Mm-hmm.
ones, but the other two, it would have been tough. It would have been tough.
Okay, Virgil, congrats, bro. You won. Guys,
Well done, though. Well
if you
done.
enjoyed
Actually, I
this,
just
I
have
thought
to
that was
back go
really
up
good.
here.
You can
Oh, yeah.
ask for this how we can do this more. So yeah, we will also be ending it there, guys. This will be the end of the party, end of the YouTube. Thank you guys for joining us as always. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you guys for coming on, and we catch you guys next time. See you soon. Take it easy. Later.